Hello, Nigeria. Hello, Africa. Hello, the rest of the world. Once again, this is your boy, Dr. 96, aka The Realist. It is the best thing in our own interest to always be real to ourselves and to be sincere at all costs. In being real, that is when you enjoy life to the fullest. They say the best miracle is self-love. Love yourself enough to drive away negative energy and negative people away from you. It is my pumping pleasure to be on here, and I want to use this opportunity to really criticize the protocols laid down by Nigerian NCDC and Presidential Task Force about the steps to be taken by travelers coming to Nigeria, that is, international travelers, both Nigerians and foreigners who are coming to Nigeria at this period when the ban on international traveling has been lifted. First and foremost, there is nothing wrong for a country to have a set of protocol in order to reduce the effects of spreading of coronavirus. It is the right thing to do, but sometimes if we are making rules or decisions that will affect a large number of people, I think there should be a better standard to consider those that the decision might likely affected. But in the case of Nigerian situation, I think most of our privileged people who have been given the task and assignment of making policy on behalf of Nigerians, they are in most cases making policies by considering their own immediate standard as a yardstick for others. That is one of the reasons that propelled this conversation. Like now, initially, there's this protocol of 4 days negative certificates of COVID-19 validity to be uploaded to Nigerian NCDC portal. And now, after much complaint, I think it has been increased by 1 day. That is, before coming to Nigeria now, as a foreigner and Nigerian citizen inclusive, you have to have at least a valid COVID-19 test result uploaded to NCDC portals, and the validity of the COVID-19 test must not be less than 5 days before departing from the country of residence. To me, I feel that this is not enough because as we speak, even in Nigeria, it is pretty difficult to get tested for COVID-19 and get results within 5 days. So if that is the case in Nigeria, that is likewise the case in most other parts of the world. And when Nigerian government is making a law or listing some rules to be observed in form of protocols, I think it is better to use the domestic standard, domestic reality as the reference. As I said earlier, if getting COVID-19 test results within 5 days is not realistic in Nigeria, therefore, our policymakers should understand that 5 days is not sufficient to be set as a standard. Our lawmakers need to understand, our policymakers, when they are making policies, they should put into consideration the larger masses of people that might likely be affected by such policies. It is not sufficient for them to sit at the comfort of their offices making policies based on their own reality and circumstances. Most of these people who make such ambiguous protocols, they don't even understand the reality in other parts of the world, and they don't really understand the challenges people who are likely to be affected by their policies are facing elsewhere. So I'm using this opportunity to plead on the protocol, on the people, the body who set that standard of 5 days, that they need to revisit it, because in some part of the world it takes an average of 7 days or more to get COVID-19 results after tests. So in essence, Nigerians and other foreigners who are likely residing in places where COVID-19 results might not be obtainable within 7 days, they are automatically cut off from coming to Nigeria. And I think it should be the right of every Nigerian, irrespective of the part of the world you are living. It should be our fundamental right to have access to our country. It will be a great injustice and unfair in the part of those that might likely be affected by these protocols not to come and be able to see their loved ones. Every Nigerians who have been trapped abroad for some months now, they are willing to come and see their families and loved ones. And if peradventure the protocols set does not favor them, it will be unlikely for them to come to Nigeria. Therefore, I'm using this opportunity to tell the people who set these protocols to revisit the validity of COVID-19 negative results to be uploaded or to travel with. At least minimum of 7 days is not bad. Secondly, I would also like to use this opportunity to reflect on the amount to be paid in order to be retested when a traveler comes to Nigeria. The amount of 50,400 is a little bit on the higher side, considering the fact that some travelers might want to travel with their relatives or family, assuming a family of 4 want to come to Nigeria from wherever they reside. That means they have to pay over 200,000 naira in order to get tested when they get to Nigeria. This is completely ambiguous. To me, this seems to be insane. Because let's look at those people who are making this law. They are not going to be affected because they are occupying big positions in the country. Even if they want to travel, they are not going to pay a dime to get tested. So it is the masses that will be affected by these exorbitant prices. So they need to do something. At least average of 20,000 naira should should be considered. At least 20,000 naira is okay for Nigerians who are coming to Nigeria to be paid. But in a situation whereby they make it a mandatory of 50,000 naira, it is creating a huge burden. We all know what a lot of people across the world have passed through as a result of this pandemic. Many people have lost their jobs. Many people have had their income reduced by 50%. So now creating more burden for them in order to assess their country of origin is completely a wrong idea. Our policy makers should understand that most Nigerians who are living abroad, they are not even living the best of their lives. They are frustrated with the system in Nigeria. That is the reason they find their way out of Nigeria to get a greener pasture. Many Nigerians abroad are just doing averagely okay. So for such people willing to come back to see their loved one or willing to come back for a best reason known to them, there shouldn't be more burden created for them by the Nigerian government. It is completely unwise. It is so unfortunate that in Nigeria we have people making decisions for the larger population without considering their financial and socio-economic status and challenges. So they need to reverse this. They need to work on this as soon as possible. Going by the way of 5 days validity period for COVID-19 to be presented on getting to Nigeria, that means a lot of people might likely miss their flight if they couldn't get the results of their COVID-19 tests 5 days before their departure time. And in such situation, if such person does not even lose the entire ticket fee, definitely if there's going to be rebook or reschedule of the journey, it's going to attract a huge sum of money running to hundreds of thousands in exchange to Nigeria currency. Because in most of the airlines, the average the average money, the average amount of money you will pay in order to rebook or reschedule your journey is above $200. So people should make policies, people should make decisions by considering those that will likely be affected, not at the comfort of their own environment or at the comfort of their own office. Just sit down, make decision, and arrive at protocols that will likely be unfavorable to many. However, in summary of this message to Nigeria NCDC and the Presidential Task Force, I want them to consider increasing the number of days of validity of COVID-19 tests to be presented in Nigeria to at least minimum of 7 days. And secondly, I want them to reduce the amount to be paid for retested on getting to Nigeria. The 50,000 naira to be paid for retesting in Nigeria is on the high side for majority of Nigerians who are living abroad. Because most Nigerians living abroad coming to Nigeria, they don't have a business activities to be carried out. They are only likely to come to visit their loved one and their family. So in a situation whereby you're not getting any form of income when in the country, you are mostly like to spend in most cases throughout your visit. And now the government is now placing extra burden that is unacceptable, and Nigerian government need to see to this urgently. It is not a crime to be a Nigerian. We are not benefiting anything as a citizen of the country. Rather, we are giving to the country. Our leaders are enjoying every opportunity. They are feeding fat on the taxpayers. So they should not increase our burden. They should not impose unrealistic protocols on us, because these protocols will likely cause a lot of pain and chaos to many Nigerians living abroad. So they should consider the fact that the protocols on ground now, most especially concerning the validity of the COVID-19 negative test certificate to be presented, might likely make a lot of people to lose their flights, which will create extra burden. And to avoid this, they need to extend the validity of the COVID-19 result. And I'm using this opportunity once again to beg and beseech Nigerian content creator to really speak on this. Sometimes we feel that since we are not being disturbed, or we are not being affected by certain set of protocols or laws, we seem not to be care about what others might likely face in terms of challenges and problem as a result of negative effect of the rules or such protocols. We keep calm and quiet, but that is not the best to humanity. We all owe an obligation to speak out when there is a certain condition that might likely affect humanity negatively. So I'm encouraging YouTubers, content creators, people who are having platform on Facebook, Twitter, and the rest of social media to use this golden opportunity they have to join their voice to create a momentum that might likely spark Nigerian government to work on the existing protocols. This is just my contribution today. As I always reiterate, always be the best version of yourself. Always love yourself to a fault, because when you love yourself, it will attract a lot of positive energy, and it will attract a lot of positive people to you. Loving yourself so much to the extent that negative people and negative situations will be intimidated and they will disperse away from you. Thank you very much. This is your boy once again, Dr. 96 aka the realist. Thanks for listening. Please like and share this video to spread the message. Till I come your way another day. Bye for now. I wish you all well. Peace.